Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Yoga with D.L. Wood. My name is Deborah Lee. We're here today to come into a very deep opening of the body, deep stretches, especially the legs. It's for great flexibility and it brings you very mobile in your body. And very intense stretches that really helps you move your body. So we're going to get started with a long, deep breath now. So lift your chest up tall and open up your breath first. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Let's open them again. Inhale long and then exhale slowly. So try to breathe like that throughout your whole entire practice. And every time you do your bending, try to pull your abdominals in nice and tight. It's called the bandhas. When you pull your abdominals in, it really stimulates your organs and your muscles and gets a lot of generating in your circulation. So we're going to begin with a forward bend. Go ahead and stand up now. And you're going to bring your right leg forward and your left leg back. Try to have as much distance between your legs as you can. You get a much deeper stretch. We're going to open our spine. So lift up tall, inhaling. And when you come down, if you're not flexible, just take your hands in and lean on your leg, but push your hips up and your shoulders up. You're going to feel your hamstrings lifting and you're going to protect your lower back. So you never pull the shoulders down or around the spine. You just lift up your chest, lift your hips and go down. If you're more flexible, the hands could be on the floor. You can step further back like this, but make sure your hands are straight down from the shoulders. So lift up your hips and chest, and then the elbows will pull out wider as you're deepening your stretch. And just hold this stretch for a moment. Make sure that your back is nice and flat. Your head is not hanging down. And you can apply your bandha here. Pull your tummy nice and tight into your spine, because when you come out of the pose, it's a lot of stimulation on your organ system. Now keep stretching here. You can always adjust if you need to. Just listen to your body. Make sure that you don't feel pain. You just want to feel a really good, intense stretch, but no pain ever. Good. And then bend the knee and step forward, and we're going to do the other leg. Let's open up with a nice back bend again. So let's open up, inhaling, just to stretch the spine. And now step back with your right foot and have it again a nice distance between both feet. Make sure your feet are open as wide as the hips. Your back foot is facing forward so that you can center your hips across. So your foot's not facing out. And your feet are open as wide as the hips. Open up now and lengthen your spine, inhaling. And the moment you come forward is the moment your hips go up and your chest goes up. Keep your elbows wide, because if you straighten your elbows, you're closing your shoulders. So push up your chest and hips as you're going down. Again, if you're more flexible, you could take the hands to the floor. You can step much further back and lift up your hips and pull the elbows out and just go down. If you're really flexible, you could take the chest inside the thigh and go down. And just breathe long breaths. Your breathing are long and slow. You're inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Just feel that deep stretch on your front left hamstring here. Try to keep the legs as straight as possible. If you bend them even a little bit, you're not going to stretch your legs, but they will stretch if you keep them nice and straight. Couple more breaths, because you want to hold it for a few breaths. If you come right out of it, it's like you haven't done it at all. Good. And so then step forward to the front and just open up again. I like to always open the spine after bending. And then we're going to take it out wide. So take your feet out really wide, and your feet are paralleled. Okay. And then you're going to put your hands on your hips for a moment and pull back the body. Back bend. And when you come forward, again, you instantly push your hips and chest up to flatten your back nice and straight. If you're not flexible, just take the hands behind your legs with your elbows wide and make sure you lift up your shoulders, not pulling them down to the floor. And then just keep the elbows wide and pull down while your hips are up and chest is up and your back is nice and flat. See how low you can go. Again, if you're more flexible, the hands could be on the floor. You can bend the elbows back. You can take your hands in front and pull the elbows forward going down. That keeps your back nice and straight. And you can have your hands on your ankles. So your hand position's up to you. But the most important thing you do is just keep your back flat no matter how low you go. You could take your feet much wider if you want to go really deep. And then you can take the head to the floor. As long as you're not rounding your spine, the head can go all the way down. You never want to challenge your lower back by rounding your spine. A couple of breaths here. These are wonderful, wonderful stretches, especially early in the morning because you've been sleeping all night and that's when your muscles tighten. We're going to go over to the right. So lift up your chest and then take your both hands on the right leg. Pull your elbows out wide. You're not twisting. Your elbows are forward. Lift up your hips and chest and fold right down over that right leg. And you should be feeling only your right leg stretching here. Again, the shoulders lift, the hips lift, the back is always flat. You're stretching one leg at a time now. Just breathe those slow, slow breaths. We're also going to do a twist here. While you're stretching your leg, keep your left hand on your leg, wrap your right hand around your waistline. Pull the body back, pull your head back and turn the shoulders to the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. And then you fold down over your right leg while you're twisting. This is a pretty intense stretch, not only on your leg, but a spinal twist. But you want to make sure your chin is back and your shoulders are back and your back is nice and flat. Good. Slowly take both hands to the center now. Lift up your chest, push your hips up, adjust your feet if you have to. Your feet are very parallel, by the way. They're straight forward. And here, take both hands on your left leg now. Pull your elbows wide, allowing your shoulders to lift, allowing your chest to lift and hips lifting. And then fold down right over your left leg now. Let's breathe nice and long, nice long, slow breaths. Deep leg stretches we're doing today. Keep your right hand right there on your left leg. Wrap your left hand around your waistline, like slide the hand all the way around the waist. Pull back your body. Your back is still straight. And twist. So your head pulls back, your shoulders pull back, and you're still folding down over that left leg, but while you're keeping your back flat and straight, just looking over to the left. Good. Slowly come back to center now and lift up your chest, inhaling. You can take your feet a little closer, put your hands on your hips, pull your elbows up high. Come on up now. And here, just bring your feet a little closer together. It's nicer, better leverage here. And put your hands on the back of your hips, put the elbows back. We're going to counter pose the forward bend. So elbows way back, shoulders back. Lift up your chest and push your hips way forward and just look up. Nice counter pose, balancing your spine back to neutral here. You should always counter a movement to set your body balanced evenly again. And then you're going to come on up. And we're going to just sit down now. So sit down on your mat. And similar, but sitting. You're going to open your legs way out wide. And anytime you sit down, pull your buttock flesh out. Push your thigh in and push your buttock out. Pull your thigh in, pull the buttock out. That opens your buttock bone and sets your joint alignment right. And your feet are flexed straight up. And we're going to do a forward bend, stretching out your hamstrings again. So you're going to just, you can do it a couple of ways, depending on how flexible you are. So you can grab the legs like this. Remember, the arms are never straight because that closes your shoulders. So pull the elbows back and lift up your chest. You want a very flat spine when you're coming forward. If you're flexible, you can hold your feet. Make sure you drop your shoulders and lead with your chest lifting, and then go forward and down. Really important to keep your back nice and flat so you don't stress your lower back. And if you want, you can also bring your arms forward, and it's nice to come up off your palms so that your wrists are as high as your shoulders and you're lengthening the spine out. So inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, deepening. So the hands could be on your feet, on the legs if you're not, flexible, or the arms could be forward and you can go way down. But remember, if you're going down, try to keep your back nice and flat. So to get your back flat, just lift your chest always and your shoulders and you go down. Long, slow breaths here. Keep the knees tight, the legs straight, the feet are flexed way back. Flexing the feet, you're just pulling the whole foot back. So we're just focusing on stretching out our legs basically today. And every time you do this, your legs will open more and more, as long as you keep them nice and straight. So we're going to go over to the side now. So lift up your spine. Let's open up for a moment and lift your spine up tall. Turn over to your right and then take your hands on your leg with your elbows out. Lift up your chest. Notice that my back is straight. If you're flexible, you can grab the foot. And inhale, lengthen the spine. The lower you go, the higher the elbows, because if the elbows are dropping down, you're tightening the muscles over your spine and ribs. If your elbows are high as the ear, if you're that flexible, you're loosening up the muscles around your ribs and spine. And you aim your head toward your foot. You're not trying to get the nose down to the knee. You're trying to lengthen forward. You're trying to get your head toward the front of the foot and ease down nice and deep. So if you're tight, just grab your leg and just, shoulders down, chest up, and fold down. If you're more flexible, you can go much, much deeper. Just hold the stretch for a moment. Make sure your left buttock is on the floor, not coming off the floor. Hold and breathe long breaths here. If you're really flexible, you can lock your hands on your feet if you want. You could do an Om sign around your foot. Good. So now lift up your chest. Make sure you arch your lower back. Let's stretch up nice and tall. Inhaling and turn all the way over to your left leg now. And you can either grab the leg. You want to grab it. You want a good grip so you can really pull up your chest and then really feel that stretch on your leg. Or you can grab the foot if you're more flexible. And inhaling, lifting, exhaling, going down. You always move with your breath. When you inhale slow, you open the body. When you exhale, you deepen your pose. And if you're going lower, the elbows are higher. You'll feel that stretch on your ribs and your shoulder blades. Just keeping the back nice and flat. If you're not as flexible, you're just like this and you're grabbing the leg and pulling the chest up. I don't like to use straps because you're suspended and that stresses the back. If you're holding the leg, you can support yourself like this. Good. Either way is fine. Now open up your body nice and tall. Stretch up nice and tall. I'm going to show you how to do a split. Anybody can do a split. You may think that you're so tight it's going to take years to do it. It doesn't take years. It just has to be done properly. And if you're very tight, you can use 2 yoga blocks. You can even use books if you don't have yoga blocks. These are light, but they're wide. They're 4 inches wide, and this really comes in handy when you're starting to open your split. All right, so get 2 yoga blocks. These are light. They have cork ones too that are very heavy. But these are nice because they're light and they're still stable when you're doing it. So I'm going to show you how to go into a split. You're going to take the blocks on the sides of your mat and you're going to come up on your knees. It's good to have a piece of fabric like a towel or a tissue, something, because you don't want your feet on the mat when you're splitting because your heel could stick to the mat. So you're going to bring your right foot forward off your mat, and you can come up, you can be flat-footed or up on the toes. Make sure your feet are open as wide as the hips. and the block will be on your mat. But first we're going to go into a hip flexor stretch. So put your hands on your knee, pull your body way back. That's where you stretch your left hip. And then get your hips down to the floor as much as you can. And you're starting to open your left hip flexor, which really helps with your split. Breathe long breaths. I'm going to show you the split without the blocks for people who are very tight before you use the blocks. So you take the hands to the floor and you pull your hips way back like this. Make sure there's a fabric underneath your heel. I have the sand, so it's easy for me to slide. But put a fabric or a tissue, and you're straightening the front leg, and you're going to slide the straight leg forward until your hips come lower. Let's say this is all you can do. Let's say you're really tight. You're going to be leaning forward. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're just not stretching the back leg as much if you're tight. So if you're really flexible, you take the leg down and you pull the body back vertically, and you're vertical. Now if you're tight and you have two blocks, you take the blocks like this. Now if you're really tight, the blocks are at a higher point. And what you do here is that you straighten the leg. The blocks are straight down from the shoulders on your mat. Slide the leg out. If you're more flexible, you have to lower the block level. But notice that my body is vertical now. So you're stretching the back leg as well. So you're going to take that leg down. And if this is all you can do, you anchor your hands on the block and you hold that stretch. Never take it to a point where you're in pain. If you're in pain and you're coming out of it, you took it too deep. So just go as deep as you can and see how, if you're going lower, you lower the block level. And you go even lower, but you're vertical. And then, of course, when you're really low, you take out the blocks. You don't need them anymore. And you take the hips all the way down to the floor. Also, make sure your hips are evenly across. Your right hip is not in front of the left hip. Okay, just hold this for a moment. Stretch out. Whether you're on your blocks or not, you can hold, your block like this. And like that. And just hold the stretch, because you want to hold it so that when you do it next time, it'll open up easier. Okay? So a couple more breaths here. And then slide your right leg back with the fabric under your heel, because if you don't have a fabric under your foot sticks, and you really don't want to get into a split if your foot is sticking. That's just not, it's not flowing. So let's do the other leg now. So you're going to bring your leg forward. We're going to go into a hip flexor stretch. Make sure your feet are open as wide as the hips. Notice your back foot also. The back foot is not in the center of the mat. The back foot is as wide as your right hip. And the feet are open as wide as the hips. Take your hands on your knee, pull your body back, and then you're getting your hips down to the floor. Your back foot could be flat or on your toes. Either way is fine. And see how low you can go, and feel that good stretch on your right hip flexor. Good. So remember, take the hands to the floor and pull your hips back first to straighten the leg. You don't want to come forward with the knee bent. And then start slowly coming forward. Now, if you don't have blocks, just go as deep as you can. Let's say this is all you can do. Just try to look forward and lift your body up as much as you can. All right? Otherwise, if you have blocks, then get blocks. They're worth the, they're not expensive. Pull your shoulders back, and then your hands are straight down from the shoulders, and then you go deeper down, being vertical if you're tight. If you're really flexible, you take the hips all the way to the floor and pull the body back. You don't have to flex the feet. The feet could be flat. I like to be on my back toes. Sometimes my toes crimp. Just hold the stretch for a moment. You do these poses a couple of times a week, you will open in a split in just a few months. It doesn't take years to open in a split. It only takes a short while, but you have to do it at least. Come out now, just slide the leg back. And let's go ahead and sit down and cross your legs. Let me put my blocks back here. Pull your spine up nice and tall. So remember, take it to a point where you can hold the stretch. your muscles will open if you stretch them. And doing it a couple of times a week, you're going to find yourself going lower and lower. People think it takes years, and it doesn't. I was the tightest person. I couldn't reach the floor with my hands. I could certainly not do a split. And when I started using the blocks and going lower and lower, I was able to open the muscles. But I have to keep them open. I have to do it a couple of times a week, even at home, just for a moment. All right? And so put your hands in Om sign. Close your eyes. Let's go into our Om chant together. Inhale long and deep. Om. Put your hands in prayer pose. Bow your head in honor of your beautiful heart. And I wish you peace and joy and love. And the light in my spirit honors the light in your spirit always. Namaste, guys. So thank you so much for joining me. That was really wonderful. It's always wonderful stretching. And if you like the practice and you like the video, please hit the subscribe button and a thumbs up into a like button. And I really, really appreciate that. Again, thank you so much. Namaste.